Hello dostos, today we are going to study about the cardiac cycle. You all have heard about it and in fact studied about it. So cardiac cycle is the sequence of what? It is a sequence of coordinated events taking place in heart during each heartbeat. Cardiac cycle is the sequence of coordinated event taking place in the heart during each heartbeat. Each heartbeat consists of two major periods, that is, first is the systole and second is the diastole. During systole, heart contracts and pumps blood through arteries. And during diastole, heart relaxes and blood is filled in the heart. All these changes are repeated during every heartbeat in a cyclic manner, therefore it is known as cardiac cycle. Heartbeat at normal rate of 72 per minute, duration of each cardiac cycle is about 0.8 second. So now talking about the events of cardiac cycle. Events of cardiac cycle is divided into two, that is, first is the atrial event and second is the ventricular event. So atrial event is again of two types. Atrial systole and atrial diastole. Similarly, ventricular event is also divided into first ventricular systole and second is the ventricular diastole. Ventricular systole consists of two phases, that is isometric contraction and second is the ejection phase or ejection period. Similarly, ventricular diastole is divided into first protodiastole, second isometric relaxation, third rapid filling, fourth slow filling, and fifth last rapid filling. So we are going to see all the phases one by one individually. Let us first see the description of the arterial event, starting with atrial systole. Atrial systole is also known as last rapid filling phase or pre-systole, usually considered as the last phase of ventricular diastole, and its duration is 0.11 second. During this period, only a small amount, that is about 10% of blood is forced from atria into ventricles. So what happened during the atrial systole is, during this period, small amount, that is only 10% of the blood, is forced from atria into ventricle. What are the pressure and volume changes took place during this period? Pressure and volume changes. During atrial systole, intra-atrial pressure increases. And intraventricular pressure and ventricular volume also increases. Intraventricular pressure and volume also increases, but slightly. Fourth heart sound. Fourth heart sound is heard during the atrial systole. What happens? The contraction of atriomusculature, contraction of atrial musculature causes production of fourth heart sound. So this is all about the atrial systole. Coming next to atrial diastole. After atrial systole, atrial diastole starts. Simultaneously, ventricular systole also starts. Along with the atrial diastole, simultaneously, ventricular systole also starts, and its duration is about 0.7 second. Atrial diastole is a long period, and this long atrial diastole is important because in this period atrial filling takes place. Right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from all over the body through superior and inferior vena cava. Right atrial receives the deoxygenated blood through all over the body through superior and inferior vena cava. Similarly, the left atrium receives the oxygenated blood from lungs through pulmonary veins. So this is all about the atrial diastole. So this is the diagram showing the atrial and ventricular events of cardiac cycle. So cardiac cycle, the overall duration of the cardiac cycle is 0.8 second. Out of 0.8 second, atrial systole consists of 0.1 second. This is the atrial systole, and this is the atrial diastole for 0.7 seconds. Out of 0.7 second, the atrial diastole first 0.3 second, that is from here to here, 0.3 second, coincides with the ventricular systole. Then ventricular diastole starts, that is after 0.3 second. Here ventricular diastole starts and lasts for about 0.5 second, from here to here, about 0.5 second. And later part of atrial diastole, that is from here, later part of atrial diastole coincides with the ventricular diastole for 0.4 second, that is from here to here, 0.4 second. So the heart relaxes as a whole for 0.4 second, that is here from this point to this point. For 0.4 second, the atrias are also relaxing, that is atrial diastole is taking place, and from here to here ventricles are also relaxing during the ventricular diastole. So this is the diagram of the diagram showing the atrial and ventricular events of the cardiac cycle. This completes the first phase of cardiac cycle, that is the description of the atrial events. In the next video, we will be covering the description of the ventricle events that take place during the cardiac cycle. So thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubt or suggestions, then share with me in the comment section. Thank you so much.